In today's world of Destiny 2, we have some pretty prevalent usage of fusion rifles, both in PvP and in PvE. You have the ever so popular rapid fire frame fusions such as the Riptide, Cartesian, and most recently, the Iterative Loop. Now, while the Iterative Loop is a very good fusion rifle, it does heavily rely on getting that volt shot to help with the damage. And if somebody's already having like a gathering storm, or there's already a source of jolts on the target, or more importantly on the boss, then it's really not going to benefit you. And if you missed out on that Cartesian coordinate from almost 2 years ago from Banshee, then this is the fusion rifle to go ahead and get. We're talking about the good old Techeun Force from Last Wish. As we all know, this season we did get repriced perk pulls and craftable patterns for the Last Wish weapons. And as we know by now, a lot of them had a really big glow up. And this fusion rifle for PvE got a huge upgrade. It was already nasty in PvP, but now with the new perk in its perk pool, it is a very strong option for any PvE needs. Of course, I'm assuming you like fusion rifles, because why else would you still be here? Admitted into this video. Thank you for that. Here's the perk pool. We're seeing some nice stuff off rip, or at least I am. I know you guys are as well, or unless you're new to the game, you're not, but that's what we're here for. So column 3, I gotta keep it a stack with you. My favorite 2 perks, reconstruction and rewind rounds. You can't go wrong with that on a fusion rifle. Obviously reconstruction is always going to be working in the background, and rewind rounds is really good for just shooting the fusion rifle for a sustained period of time. So even though it's an adaptive frame and its charge time is a little bit slower than that of a rapid fire frame, we can get around that and put out some pretty good numbers. Now you could go with MVS, but my favorite 2 are definitely rewind and reconstruction. Now column 4, I'm just going to jump straight to it. The new perk controlled burst is really good. So it reads as landing every shot in a burst grants this weapon increased damage and reduced charge time for a short duration. Now I have had multiple instances where I definitely didn't hit a full burst and the perk still procs, which is awesome because this perk is granting you 20% increased damage, and you combine that with rewind or reconstruction, you're going to be having that 20% up for as long as you're shooting that fusion rifle. Of course, I'm envisioning that you're shooting it at a healthier enemy, something like a boss, maybe a champion, but controlled burst is a really good perk. Of course, this thing is still a monster in PvP, bro. It still has rangefinder, which even after the nerf is still pretty insane, but PvE wise, guys, controlled burst is you have to go with control burst. Let's cook. Now, because this is an arc fusion rifle, you might be wearing some arc surges, you may be wearing all 3, some good heavy weapons to go ahead and pair with it. Sleeper option, anarchy, just saying. Of course, your most dominant option would be something like a hothead with, say, auto loading and explosive light. Maybe a fun exotic to pair with this would be maybe like the Grand Overture, exotic LMG. And for the minor perks, because it is a fusion rifle, I'm always looking to juice up how fast I can shoot it and decrease that charge time. So things like accelerated coils and a charge time masterwork are definitely recommended here, along with arrowhead break in the first column to help control your recoil of the fusion rifle and make sure you hit all of the bolts in the actual burst of the shot from your fusion. If you've used this fusion rifle since it's got its new perk pool, go ahead and let me know your thoughts and opinions on it, as well as your favorite role for it. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Check out the merch store at the top link in the description. You guys be safe, have a great night. We'll see you in the next one.